Most people associate Nevada with Las Vegas. They think of a warm climate and mild winters where you can ride a motorcycle year-round. But we live in northern Nevada. And in northern Nevada, we get winter weather. In this scene behind me, it's January 9th, and it's bone dry. You could still ride a motorcycle if you bundled up well enough. The next day was another story. On the night of the 10th of January, the weather turned. And on the morning of the 11th, we had 17 inches of snow on the ground. The only one having a really good time of it in this deep snow was the dog. For me, it meant there was going to be a lot of snow shoveling that day. One of the smarter moves we made when we bought our home was to find a house that the porch and driveways faced south. It's a lot easier to watch the snow melt out front than to skid around on the patio at the north side of the house. Our Jeep XJ Cherokee goes to work in this kind of weather. We're certainly not going to ride the motorcycle today. It's 7 o'clock in the morning and I will be shoveling snow for the next 4 hours. The front can wait. The first priority is to shovel the backyard patio. That will be an ice skating rink if I don't. Work has always been a part of my exercise regimen. To stay in condition, for motorcycling in particular, shoveling snow is good exercise. I can work each of the muscle groups involved with off-road motorcycling while shoveling snow. So I'm going to get after it. And the first priority is the backyard patio. Rusty, our rough collie and my good friend, finds this all very amusing. He likes the snow, far more than most motorcyclists do for sure. This is a lot of snow for one storm. The schools are closed, and Interstate 80 is dangerous today. Black ice is the biggest hazard. Traffic congestion on ice and snow can be a real problem. The overnight temperature is expected to drop to 11 to 13 degrees Fahrenheit, and that means solid ice. This is the motorcycle trailer that I restored. The caravan carries 2 motorcycles when it doesn't have a foot of snow on the deck. In this high desert climate, if I shovel this snow, the daytime temperatures even below freezing will enable the driveway and the rear deck to thaw out. The solar energy is enough to melt the snow. As long as it's not overcast, we're in good shape. Rusty sees the novelty in all of this. He's having a great time. Protected with a tarp, the XR 500R motorcycle is due for restoration and certainly will be in the shop when it comes out from under this snowstorm. By 8:30 in the morning, this is as good as it's going to get for the rear patio. If we have any sunshine on the patio, it will melt the ice. Now it's time to shovel the front sidewalks and the driveways. It's only 27 degrees Fahrenheit, yet the driveway is drying from the solar radiation that takes place at the front of the house, facing southward. I do the sidewalks and the driveways. Down the street, people have a day off and they're not doing any of this. I stay hydrated when I'm doing this kind of work and actually enjoy it, keeping in mind that this is a great way to stay in condition for off-road motorcycling. If I get after this early enough, I make the sidewalks safe for pedestrians who might be walking through. The driveway is shoveled now, and the snow on the Jeep Cherokee has been removed. The Cherokee is under the carport, where it'll be ready for the next storm that comes through. Meanwhile, the driveway is drying, and the snow is starting to melt. This is January 2024, and there are more bands of Sierra snow expected. Overnight, temperatures once again plummet, and the drain spouts are starting to freeze up. In the morning, I clear the drain spouts. We get a good flow out of these drains by evening. 2 days after the storm, things are starting to look normal again. The sidewalk is staying dry, and the street is just now starting to melt. The interstate is still icy. There are reports of a lot of accidents, and we're still not ready for motorcycling. At our place, the driveways are clear and the sidewalks as well. Few in the neighborhood understand why I'm so motivated to get out there immediately and shovel snow off the driveways and sidewalks. But I'm the one who rides off-road motorcycles, and I know that off-season I better stay in condition if I want to be a good rider in the spring.